Good evening, students. Good evening. How are you, dear students? Yes, very good. So let us start where we were. We were discuss about 1D, one-dimensional motion, and that is very important topic for you. Yesterday we have discussed about distance and displacement. For those students who are new, for them I want to revise the basic concept. Displacement means the shortest distance in particular direction, and distance means total path length. Basically, major difference between distance and displacement is vector quantity and distance is scalar quantity. And after that we have discussed that from displacement we will form displacement upon time, that is called velocity. And from second one, you can say distance, we discuss speed. So today let us first discuss all the cases of speed. Speed equal to distance upon time. And in our NEET exam is concerns, questions is being asked from average speed. So yesterday we have discussed what do you mean by average speed. Average speed means total distance divided by total time. Now different cases can be given regarding distance and time. Then you have to find out average speed. Okay, let us check what all cases are possible for this so that we can find out the average speed. Let us take one by one. Okay, first one I am giving you. Let us assume it is given that yesterday I think we discussed one or two cases. If it is given, this is distance d. This is covered with distance, or you can say speed s1, and if body is again come at initial position, means distance is going to be same, speed is s2. Means to say, if you are going from house to your college, then speed is s1 and return with speed s2. That means there are two speeds. So how to read this case? In this case we can say equal distance covered with different speed. What is the cases? Distance d with speed s1, distance d with speed s2. In that case, what is the average speed? Yesterday I told you, tell me fast. Yes, you can write in comment box. Yes, comment box should be complete with energy. This is equal to 2 s1 s2 divided by s1 plus s2. Now my dear student, very important point. This is about average speed. If same question I ask for average velocity, so let us discuss both the part together. What I am telling, this is average velocity. You know average velocity is vector quantity, and that is going to del x divided by del t. Del x stands for displacement. Del x stands for displacement. That means if a body is going with velocity v1 and return back at initial position, in that case what is average velocity will be. Very important case, because same types of the question can be asked in form of velocity as well as average speed. Whenever you are calculating average velocity, remember that if body is moving in straight line without turning back, in that case average speed and average velocity is going to be same. Reason is that distance and displacement is going to be same. But if its same question is given, body is moving with velocity v1. Let us assume same, from your house to your college you are going with velocity v1 and return back to your house with speed v2. You can say velocity v2. Then what is the average velocity? Tell me fast. That is going to be 0. Reason? Because when you are coming back at initial point, delta x is going to be 0. Means displacement is going to be 0. So be very careful while solving this types of the questions. And in this case, same case, what is the average speed? Average speed is going to be same, 2 s1 s2 divided by s1 plus s2. If I am taking v1 and v2, that means 2 v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. Very important case. That means you can make a note, very important note, and that can be asked as a theoretical question also. What is that? If body is moving in straight line without turning back, moving in straight line without turning back, In that case, average speed and average velocity is going to be same. But if direction is changes, or you can say whenever body turning back, in that case velocity and speed is going to be changed. Okay, I think you are getting this point. If same question can be asked in this form, let us assume a body is moving and it's covering complete distance d. What is total distance? D distance. And this distance is covered in three equal part. First 1 by 3 distance means d by 3, second d by 3 distance, and third one d by 3 distance. So can I form statement like that? 3 equal distance covered with different velocity. This is v1, this is v2, this is v3. Then you tell me what is the average velocity and what is the average speed. Can I say that in this case body is moving in straight line without turning back? Body is moving in straight line without turning back. That means we can say speed, average speed is going to, you can say, equal to magnitude of average velocity also. Both are equal. You can say body is moving in straight line without turning back. But what is that value? You find it fast. Find out and write in comment box what will be the answer. In that case, yesterday I told you, you can remember this form. Means 3 part is there. That means that is divided 3 divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 plus 1 by v3. Yes or no? This is the average speed and average velocity. Remember this. This is also important because about 2 equal distance is already asked in your exam. But there may be chances it can give 3 or 4 parts, whatever it may be. If 4 parts are there equal, that means in place of 3 we can take 4. 4 divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 plus 1 by v3 plus 1 by v4. Okay. I think up to here everything is clear. If everything is clear, then yes, write in comment box. Very good. I think comment box is not working. Done. Done. Okay. Come to the next point. Next point is, sometimes it may be given the time is equal. Means if let us assume one example, this is part is given, let us assume distance d1 is covered, or you can say speed s1 remain for time t1, speed s2 remain for time t2, and asking that what is the average speed. Then what is the formula? Again same, total distance upon total time. Yes or no? But problem is that distance is missing. Distance is not given in the questions. Then we can find out the distance. Distance is equal to, what is that? You can say speed equal to distance upon time. That means this is equal to speed into time. Then first case we can say distance d1 is going to s1 t1. Second distance is going to be s2 t2. Now put these values of the distance. This is s1 t1 plus s2 t2 divided by time is t1 plus t2. So this is the formula. But no need to remember formula. Formula is same, going to be same. What is that? Total distance upon total time, same. Then whatever condition is given, you can implement for calculating distance as well as the time as per question given data. Okay, this is the condition. In this case also, if it is mentioned that if t1 equal to t2, t1 equal to t2 is given, then we can say this average speed is going to be, what is this? S1 t plus S2 t divided by t plus t can be S1 plus S2 divided by 2. Yes or no? And this you know that. Means to say if its body is moving with 2 different speed in 2 equal time interval, 2 different speed in 2 equal time interval, then in this case average speed is going to be average of these 2 parts. Average means S1 plus S2 divided by 2. That is right answer. Yes or no? Okay dear student, so this is about average speed and average velocity. Now come to our main topic, that is very important. Means to say, yesterday I told you about instantaneous word, very important. So I am going to discuss very important topic, instantaneous. Instantaneous velocity, or you can say instantaneous speed. Yesterday I told you both are going to play same role, except one, that velocity is vector quantity and speed is scalar quantity. Why they are going to play same role? Whose reason is that? What is the reason? Yes, for short interval of time, means to say whenever it is mentioned limit delta t tends to 0, means time interval is very small. He is talking about at that instant. Let us assume a car is moving at that particular instant. What is the speed shown in its speedometer? That is called its instantaneous speed, instantaneous velocity. So that means I already told you that del x by del t in this form can be denoted by dx over dt, and this is called basically instantaneous velocity. Most of the time in physics we will discuss that velocity is given as dx over dt. Remember this. This is the important part, very important part. Dx by dt. This is the velocity. So let us do some questions from this part only. Directly some questions is asked in this velocity part. Yes or no? I think up to this point everything is clear. Okay. If this velocity part is clear, so let us take one more example. Note example, we can say, let us discuss acceleration also, so that we can form some good question. See, what do you mean by acceleration? See, if someone, you can say whenever driving a car, always we say accelerator. Accelerator means it's going to increase the speed. So acceleration means, direct, in direct word you can say acceleration is denoted by A. This is the rate of change of velocity, del v by del t. That means if we are talking about average value, then this is going to be del v divided by del t. But again, same part. Most of the time we always talking about which one? Instantaneous. Whenever instantaneous word is used, limit delta t tends to 0, this del v divided by del t, and this can be denoted by dv by dt. Again, dear student, listen very carefully, very important part. What is that? Whenever we discuss in physics, this is only for basic part. You need to know separately that what is average, what is instantaneous. But in physics, whenever someone asks you what is velocity, you are going to give which one? Dx by dt. This is velocity. Someone asks you what is the acceleration, you should say this is equal to dv by dt. Or you can say, can I write v equal to dx by dt? Then what it is going to be? Very important. So this is called double differentiation. This is, I already told you when I taught you about maxima minima. So this is going to double differentiation of x with respect to time. That means that formula also you need to remember. Whenever, let us assume displacement is given and asking about the acceleration, what to do? Just double differentiate the displacement function. So there are the three cases. Be very attentive. Now physics main part is started. What is that? If condition is given, velocity is given directly, dv by dt is the acceleration. Displacement is given, double differentiate the displacement. And third condition is also given. What is that? If velocity is given and velocity is function of displacement only, then how to calculate the acceleration? Sir, acceleration formula is which one? dv by dt. But problem is that velocity is not the function of time. If it is the function of time, then directly we can use dv by dt. It is given that this is the function of displacement. So can I multiply it by dx, divide by dx, so that this function can be in the form of velocity only. That means this is dx by dt is velocity. What is this formula? This is very important formula. Very important formula. A equal to v dv over dx. When to use this formula? This formula can be used when given that velocity is the function of displacement, and when to use dv by dt when velocity is function of time. I think now you are getting this point. In this case, acceleration is equal to dv by dt. If still you are confused, then let us take one example. If it is given that, let us assume I am giving one question, velocity equal to, this is given that root x, let us assume this is the given, v equal to root x, and you have to find out the acceleration. How to calculate? Don't use directly dv by dt. What is the condition? Sir, velocity is the function of x. In that case, we will use which formula? V equal to A equal to dv by dx. Now put these values. What is v? V equal to root x. This is d over dx, root x. What is the value of v? Root x. Why I am using v dv by dx? Because velocity is the function of displacement. That's why. And what is the differentiation of root x with respect to x? You already know that. Yes, what is that? This is the root x and into this is 1 by 2 root x. Root x is going to be cancelled. What is the answer? 1 by 2. So that means in this case, acceleration is going to be 1 by 2 meters per second square. This is the acceleration. Yes or no? See, take example of that part. If it is given that velocity equal to, let us assume under root t is given, then what is the acceleration? I think now you are getting the difference. What is the meaning of that? If this velocity equal to root t is given, in that case, we know that v is the function of t. And when this is the function of t, we are going to use a equal to dv by dt. Now, differentiation of under root t with respect to t. Differentiation of root t with respect to t is going to be, what is that? 1 by 2 root t. So, make a note of this concept, very important. To calculate acceleration, one formula is dv over dt. When to use this formula? When velocity is the function of time is given, like v equal to 2t, 3t, something like that. Second one, whenever is the velocity is the function of displacement, like this one, root x, x plus 2, something like that. In that case, we will use formula v dv by dx. And both formula are very, very important. Now, dear student, very important point. See, we have discussed acceleration, but still students are confused, and this is very common confusion for every student. What is that? If I ask what is acceleration, students always saying that positive a means acceleration. When I ask retardation, students saying minus a means retardation. Is it correct statement? No, this is perfectly wrong statement. It is not like that acceleration is positive and retardation is negative. No, never. Very important. Then, sir, what is acceleration and what is retardation? As per my trick, my rule, as per NEET exam, whenever word acceleration is used, what is that? Actually, formula is okay, no problem, but in theoretical questions, you get confused. Acceleration means speed up. Acceleration means increasing the speed. In general language, you can say acceleration means speed increases. And if someone asks, what do you mean by retardation? You know, both are different terms. Retardation means speed down, means decreases the speed. Again, if you are still confused, second important concept, speed increases means if velocity and acceleration are in same direction, speed is going to increase. See, in this case, what is velocity? Positive. What is acceleration? Positive. If I am telling that this is the velocity and in this direction acceleration, you can say velocity and acceleration both are in same direction. But what is velocity? Negative. What is acceleration? Negative. But both are in same direction. See, acceleration is negative, that then also this is not retardation, this is acceleration only. In same case, if we are coming on this point, you can say velocity in this direction and acceleration in this direction. This is speed down. It's like that when you can say car is moving and we applying the brake. That means retardation motion. Applying the brake, what we are going to do, we are applying acceleration in the opposite directions of the motion of that car. That's why this is called retardation. In same way, if car is moving in this direction and acceleration in this direction, this is retardation. This is very important statement, and you can say this is very important area from where question is being asked in NEET exam. Very important, dear student. So make a note of that part. Very, very important. Is it clear? Okay, that means acceleration and retardation. Now, how to solve the questions? To solving the questions, very important. Class is very important. Be attentive. To solving the question in 1D, we have two approaches to solve the question. One approach, I already discussed. What is that? By differentiation and integration. If still students are confused, let us take again one round on that concept. If displacement is given, someone asks you to find the velocity. If velocity is given, someone asks you about this one, and can ask reverse process also. Reverse process means now you tell me what is the meaning. I want to tell you this process, this process, if given this one. What is this? Sir, means to say, if displacement is given and velocity he is asking, means to say v equal to dx by dt. We know that. Can I say velocity is, v is basically slope of xt curve. Very important. Slope of xt curve. Very important. Now in same way, what is the acceleration? Acceleration equal to dv by dt. How to define acceleration? Acceleration dv by dt means slope. Which slope? Vt curve. Very important. This is very, very important. Slope of Vt curve. Remember this. Now if someone asks you from acceleration to velocity, so I already told you delta V equal to a dt. What is the meaning of this one? Whether integrate acceleration with respect to time, or I already told you this is area under AT curve. But this gives note velocity. Very important. Write down this in note. This always provides change in velocity. This is very important. Means area of acceleration time graph will provide change in velocity. Very, very important. Or you can say AT integration part. In same way, at this part, if I want to calculate delta x, this is going to be v dt. Delta x, this is displacement only. You can say change in position, but change in position is called displacement in physics. So that's why displacement we can say this is area under Vt curve. Area of Vt curve. See, these all statements are very important. That means we have two approaches. One is slope, or you can say differentiation. Second one, integration, or you can say area. All these terms should be in your mind. This is very important slide. You can write down these terms. So this is the one process. Now come to the second process. Second process is, yes, you know that. What is that? Motion, equations, very important. So what is that? That is called equations of, should I write equation of motion? No, this will be not good terms. You should say equation of uniform. This statement is very important. What is uniform? Uniform accelerated motion. Very important. Equation of uniform accelerated motion. Very important, dear student. This uniform acceleration, especially underlined statement, very important. Means to say, I think every student know what is that equations, because from your very lower standard of the classes, you can say from 6th, 7th standard, I think that is started. In 10th also you discuss that. But the thing is that when that equation should be applied, only when uniform acceleration is there. Again, I mentioned this statement. Uniform acceleration means acceleration is constant. See, with vector sign, these equations, whatever I am going to write, that you know that is only applicable when acceleration is constant, dear student. Acceleration is constant, then we have first equation. What is that? V equal to u plus at. What is second equation? S equal to ut plus half at square. And what is third equation? V square minus u square equal to 2as. These equations are only valid when acceleration is constant. Otherwise, if acceleration is not constant, then what we should use? Acceleration is not constant, then we use only calculus. Calculus means differential and integral calculation that we have discussed before that. Yes or no? And one more equation that is very important, the most important. If he is talking about t time period, t second, then we will use this equation. And if he is talking about nth second, which second? Nth second. Then distance covered in nth second equal to u plus a by 2, 2n minus 1. This is very important, dear student, very, very important, most important part of this one. So let us take some questions on this part. With questions only, I will tell you which concept should be used. So be ready for that. Okay, let us try some questions. Whatever concept we have discussed on that concept, I am going to tell you some questions. Be ready for that. And whenever we solving the question, try to solve question by yourself so that you can get better idea. Ready? See. If velocity of particle is 0 at an instant, then which of following is correct? You tell me. See, this is very theoretical and looking very simple question. See, what is asking? If velocity of a particle is 0 at instant, then which of following is correct? Acceleration must be 0, first option. Acceleration must be non-zero. Acceleration may be 0 or non-zero. Which option is the right option? Tell me fast. What he is saying means to say when velocity equal to 0, then what you say about the acceleration? It must be 0, it must be non-zero, it may be 0, it may be non-zero. See, very important. See, basically acceleration means not velocity upon time. This is the basic doubt of every student. Always remember that acceleration equal to the rate of change of velocity. That means if velocity is 0, it doesn't mean that change in velocity is also 0. Okay, still if you are not getting, let us take a ball. When ball thrown vertically upward, what happens? At a point, it will stop. Momentarily, it will stop. Means velocity is 0. But at that moment, acceleration is always acting downward only. Yes or no? Very important. I think getting this. That means velocity is 0, but acceleration is there. One case is okay. Sometimes you can say if a car is running and you applied the brake, it stopped. Its velocity is also 0. Acceleration is also 0. So we can say velocity 0 means A may be 0 and A may not be 0. So which option will be the right option? Yes, not must condition. Acceleration may be 0 and may not be 0. Both cases are right. We can say then what must condition should be there? Must condition means if it is given change in velocity is 0. That means acceleration is going to be 0. I think now you are getting. Okay, this is very good question, dear student. Come to the next question. Which of following represent retarding motion? This question I already told you. You try to do it by yourself. What do you mean by the retarding motion? A greater than 0, V for velocity there. It means if velocity and accelerations are in same direction, it means accelerated. But what he is asking, retardation. What is retardation? If velocity and acceleration are in opposite direction, it means retardation. So in this case, what is given? Acceleration is, take one example, this one. Acceleration is greater than 0, velocity same direction, means this is accelerated. This is accelerated. This is greater than 0 means opposite direction. This is retardation. This is retardation. A is less than 0. This is which one? Retardation or acceleration? This is accelerated motion because same direction. None of this doesn't mean which one is the retarded. Only one option is there. B option is the retarded motion. This is good question. Good conceptual question for acceleration and retardation. Okay, come to the next question. See, sometimes you can be confused with these types of the questions. See this one. Do this question. This is good question. You can say standard question. What is mentioned? I think visible to everyone. A particle of unit mass undergo one-dimensional motion such that its velocity varies according to Vx. If it is not visible to you, I am giving this data separately. What is given? And this is NEET question, 2015 question. Vx equal to b into x power minus 2n. This velocity is given. And what he is asking? Acceleration of the particle. Acceleration of the particle he is asking. How to calculate the acceleration? Then what to decide? How to solve this question? Whenever this types of the question is being asked, you can say there is nothing is mentioned like that we have to apply equation motion. I think then what is the alternate process? That is calculus. In calculus also, I already told you whenever velocity is the function of x, displacement, you should use acceleration A equal to v dv by dx. What is the formula for acceleration? V dv by dx. So let us use that formula. What is the value of v? This is given. What is that? B into x power minus 2n. Then differentiation of v with respect to x, b x power minus 2n. When we use this, b is constant, this is going to take outside, this is b square, x power minus 2n will be like that only. See, b outside, differentiation of x power minus 2n with respect to x. What we have to take? This is x power n, means minus 2n is x n value, then x power minus 2n minus 1. Now solve the equations and find the exact result. Due to this negative, minus will be outside, minus 2b square will be there, 2b square n is also there, no problem. Then x power minus 2n and minus 2n minus 1, what it will be? Whenever this is in multiply, power is going to be add. When power added, what is going to be? Minus 2n minus 1 minus 2n, x power minus 4n, yes or no? Minus 4n minus 1, which is the right option? Minus 2n, I think first option is the right option. So you got the result. How to do that question? This is good question. NEET 2015 question, directly asked in your NEET exam. So that's why you to be very careful while calculation as well as the concept is concerned. So this is the question where we have to use what? We have to use differential calculus. And which one? Formula also required. Second one, see, take this. This is very standard question. Multiple times this is being asked. Try to perform this question. And this is not only question, this is a particular concept. What it is given? The ratio of distance travelled by freely falling body in first, second, third and fourth second. Don't be worried, in next class I will tell you about free falling body. But in this question, why I mention this question here, its reason is that he is asking about first second, second second, third second, means he is talking about which formula, as nth second. What is that? U plus a by 2 2n minus 1. Remember this formula, I already told you. Then second case, whenever free falling body, a body is dropped from some point, a body start a motion from particular instant, that means its initial velocity is going to be 0. That means whenever it is mentioned that when body start motion, body start its motion, it means motion start means its initial velocity is going to be 0. When initial velocity is 0, what is first second? First second u equal to 0. We can take acceleration a by 2. What is n? First second means n equal to 1. 2 minus 1, that is going to be a by 2. A motion under gravity a equal to g, that we will discuss later. Second one, you tell me what is the second motion? In second u is 0. What is a is again a by 2, 2n minus 1 in the sense 2n minus 1. This is going to be 4 minus 1 in the sense 3a divided by 2. Then after as third second means a by 2, 2 into 3 minus 1, 6, that is equal to 6 means 5a by 2. Now you are getting the result. What is that? In first second, distance covered is a by 2. Second 3a by 2. Third second 5a by 2. Then you tell me what is the ratio. Ratio, this is 1, 3, 5, 7. So you directly remember this ratio, how to calculate. Then how to remember this result, you just write it down like that. How to write? This is standard result, very important part. Whenever u equal to 0 and acceleration equal to constant given, u equal to 0, acceleration is equal to constant, and whenever it's asking that distance covered in first second, distance covered in second, distance covered in third second, like that, distance covered in fourth second, this ratio is going to be odd number only. What is that odd number? 1 ratio, 3 ratio, 5 ratio, 7 ratio, 9, like that. And this is multiple time asked in your NEET exam. Very important, dear student. So do its specific rating, very important part. See, now take this question again. This one only. Now you tell me, when directly you know the result, no need this derivation also. First second, third second, fourth second. What is the ratio? Odd number only. 1 ratio 4, 1 ratio 3 ratio 5 ratio 7. Which is the right? Third option is the right option. I think now you are getting the option. Yes or no? So this is good question. See, this is 2022 question. And same question, you can say only little bit changes in this question. You solve this question. There is something specific condition is mentioned. So what is that? A small block slide down a smooth inclined plane starting from rest. Means one language is common, starting from rest. Let Sn be the distance travelled by the block in interval n minus to n. Means n minus to n distance covered is Sn. Then what is Sn plus 1? Distance covered from n to n plus 1. Ratio he is asking. Very important. Okay, you try to do it by yourself. This is NEET 2021 question. See, that was 2022 question. This is NEET 2021 question. I think this is your home assignment. You try to do it by yourself. Tomorrow we will discuss this question, yes or no, so that you can have some practice on this question. Okay, tomorrow you remind me that we have to discuss that question when we start the class. Yes or no? I think for today's class, it is more than sufficient. Just whatever topic I discussed today, what is that? calculate velocity acceleration by differential calculus, means differentiation and integration. Second part I have discussed equation of motion, when to utilize, when not to utilize. This is very important. That's why from each concept you at least perform 5 questions. This is the basic rule for the physics every day. Whatever topic I discuss with you, just listen them that topic very carefully and solve at least 5 questions on one formula, or you can say one concept, so that that concept can be memorized for you for longer period of the time. Okay, dear students, keep studying. Thank you very much.